just want to return, though, to a story we brought you a couple of months ago. Extraordinary tale, really, involving a lady called Vicky Ngamsha. Now, she overcame a tragic upbringing in Cameroon before moving to the West Midlands, where she's become an award-winning entrepreneur. And she told me about a project to build a new library in the hometown in which she grew up, filled with books donated right here in the West Midlands. And she's just about to go to Cameroon to open this library, and she's back here to tell me about it. Vicky, welcome back. Lovely to see you.
Thank you so much.
And you're wearing traditional dress today.
Ooh, yeah. I've got my beautiful dress.
It is beautiful.
This was at the last year when I went out there, and it was like the uniform of the people. So I thought I'd wear this on today. It's nice.
Come on, stand up. I'll do my best to describe it. So it's a dress which has got you're pulling it out wide, and it's got a logo on Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish, and then it's kind of, how would you describe it? Blue and white, flowery blue and white, and then with a blue top and sort of puff sleeves.
Yes.
I probably don't get the job for the style challenge program, but anyway, there we go. That's what it. But it's a lovely dress, and we'll talk about the library, Vicky, in just a few moments' time. But for people who didn't hear us, just very briefly recap the story of your life growing up in Cameroon.
Right, just quickly though, because I did speak a lot last time.
I know you did.
Yeah, growing up in Cameroon, I was from a family which was very, very poor, and education in those days was very, not very important to female children, I would say. On being a female, and the last out of 10 children, that 6 have died. So my dad had done a run, and he couldn't bear the poverty, really. And he went to a place called Sabongari. So my mother, of blessed memory, and my dad, of course, my mom struggled to send me to school. Now, how this library came up in the West Midlands, the idea was, I can remember far back being beaten in school. I was hit by teachers for not having books, for not paying fees, for not having exercise books sent home, and just being with my mother. This is primary school we're talking about, because education is paid for. And I thought, growing up in the entire Kumbo or Cameroon, my village was neighbor to this where I'm married, Kikaikelaki. And there's no public library. They've never had one. I've never seen one. They have like press bookshop and bookshops where you can buy books. So well-to-do parents will buy books for their children. And then what became of some of us? Because my mom couldn't even buy the exercise books. So I thought books in the UK are going to the recycle, because we are so lucky. We are turning into computer systems. We are better up, I must say, because I know the life of two worlds now. So I went into schools and to individuals and to my children's bookshelf, and I started dishing out books and storing them in the shed. And then I sent an appeal to some schools. Sometimes I look like a little bit stupid standing in front of the school and making phone calls to schools in Wolverhampton and so on. Please give me books. I come from Cameroon. I'm a motivational speaker, of course, very successful.
So you can put a bit of oomph behind it. So essentially then, you were going into schools and saying if the school's throwing out any books from its library, but also if the children had got any books at home that maybe they'd now outgrown but were still in usable condition for the children of Cameroon. Yeah. And in Cameroon, we take books for granted in this country. As a child, from what you've told me before, getting your hand on any kind of book was an amazing thing.
It doesn't just exist, okay? This is why the reading culture of our community in where I come from, I have an accent which I have to work hard. We don't read. We don't have books. We have educational, they're like syllables. If the teachers have designed these books, is the books. People occasionally will read books, but it's not common. It's not a common culture. There's no library, if you know what I mean. But then, my own category of people or my community, which I'm passionate about, because home is home at the end of the day. I'm British today, but I love the people. I want children to be educated. This is why, as the library is going in August 2014, I am definitely going out there, and I'm doing motivational talks as well, absolutely free.
We'll talk more about this in a moment. Vicky Ngamsha moved from Cameroon, ended up in Warsaw, lives here in the West Midlands, but taken a library out to the children of the Cameroon, children who, like her, were impoverished, didn't have any access to books, and as we'll hear, this is no small feat. This is no small beer back home in Cameroon. We're coming home to BBC WM. The time now is approaching 11:30. Let's get the latest now with Liz Saul.
Adrian, thank you very much. The M5 going north as the lane shutters, a lorry has broken down right in the roadworks, junction 4A. This is the M42 interchange. It's a lane shut there. As I say, it's lane 1 that's closed and traffic's rather slow approaching and passing the scene. Still this problem on the A42, the main carriageway closed at junction 12, which is the Measham exit. Delays and queues because of this closure in both directions on the main carriageway while they work to recover a lorry which overturned at that junction. So as you head north on the M42, expect some congestion and delay. As you head off at junction 12 from the M6. Now the M6 itself in the roadworks going north is now clear. There were delays because of that breakdown earlier. It's all been sorted out, but off the carriageway on both the A5 and the A449 is still rather slow going. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel 08453 002288.
It's 11:30. Adrian Goldberg with you. We got Vicky Ngamsha in the studio, originally from Cameroon, now living in Warsaw, got a degree from the University of Wolverhampton, now trying to give something back to the people of Cameroon by setting up a children's library to help more children who, like her, were impoverished growing up and simply didn't have access to books. A really great inspirational story, and taking your calls on all sorts of stuff as well. You can join in our debates on 03453 009956.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
Back to Vicky in a moment. Let's get the headlines now with Kevin Pashby.
Good morning. 34 suspected paedophiles have been arrested in the West Midlands as part of a 6-month operation targeting people accessing images of children online. Doctors, teachers, scout leaders and care workers are among 600 suspected paedophiles who've been arrested as part of a national police operation. The National Crime Agency coordinated it. Unemployment's fallen again in the West Midlands. It fell by 22,000 to 202,000 between March and May. Nationally, 2.12 million people are out of work. That's a drop of 121,000. The former chair of the Educational Trust at the centre of Trojan horse allegations in Birmingham's told BBC WM he's done nothing wrong after he resigned yesterday. Tahir Alam and his entire board at Parkview Trust have resigned over what they call a vicious offensive against them. And Ryanair has ordered an inquiry into how 6 passengers were allowed to board the wrong flight at East Midlands Airport. The holidaymakers, including a man from Cannock, were booked on a flight to Spain but got on a service to Latvia instead. Taking a look at the weather, dry and bright, turning cloudier later with a chance of some showers. Highs of 24 Celsius, that's 75 Fahrenheit.
The voice.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country. BBC WM 95.6.
Very good morning to you then. It's 11:32. Adrian Goldberg. And if you've just tuned in, don't forget, coming up at 12 o'clock today, we've got lunch with Caroline Martin. Caroline has got one of her great dilemmas today. I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you, when you hear what Caroline has to say at the start of her programme as she launches her dilemma this morning, you will think, which way should that person turn? Truly, it's a really head-spinning dilemma that Caroline has with you from 12 o'clock today. And Danny Kelly with you from 2 o'clock this afternoon want to know if it's really possible to buy a good bottle of wine for a £5. No, is the answer, Danny, but won't stop you trying, will it? Danny Kelly with you from 2 o'clock this afternoon. The answer's probably yes. I'm sure he'll have a good expert on who'll be able to take us on a wine tour of the West Midlands. Danny from 2 o'clock today. Between now and 12, I'm taking your calls on Birmingham's green waste recycling. We've heard this week that the charge is being temporarily reduced to £17.50 if you want your green waste picked up in Brum. But do they need to think about scrapping it altogether? We're hearing so many stories of green waste simply being dumped on the street. We're talking about the so-called bedroom tax as well this morning. Council arrears going up because so many people aren't paying their so-called bedroom tax. Is it because they can't pay? or because they won't pay? Let's have your bedroom tax stories this morning. 03453 00 9956. And we mentioned too that our colleagues over on BBC Radio 2 are asking you to nominate your best guitar riff of all time. We've had some great contributions from listeners on that. If you want to nominate a guitar riff, maybe hum it or sing it to us, come on, don't be afraid. We've all done it on the show this morning. 03453 00 9956. Right now, though, we're talking to Vicky Ngamsha. Vicky is originally from Cameroon, really struggled to get an education for herself. She did. She came to the University of Wolverhampton. She lives now in Warsaw, and she's giving something back to a hometown, a home village in Cameroon by opening up a library there. And many of the books have been donated by school children and schools, Vicky, from around the West Midlands. And this is creating big ripples now back home in Cameroon. You're a bit of a star.
I'm humbled, because because of the book library and coming to University of Wolverhampton, and of course benefiting from the SPEED project, which I must applaud. It's a project with Europe, funded by Europe, but part of University of Wolverhampton that made me who I am through my program, becoming an entrepreneur, which then opened doors for this, what I use as corporate responsibilities to give back home. Yes, I happened to meet His Excellency Roger Milla, who is a top footballer. For those who know, was it in the
1990 World Cup. And in fact, I saw him. I was at the game. England played Cameroon in the 1990 World Cup. I'm trying to think what city it was in. Naples. It was in Naples. And England only just beat Cameroon. Cameroon were magnificent in that game, but Roger Milla, of all the players in that team that played for Cameroon in the World Cup final, was the best known. He was the big star, and he's still a big star today in Cameroon.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to say he personally will be coming to Kumbo, which is Kikaike, where this library is going to. The launching is on the 29th of August, and he will be coming with his delegation because after playing football, he went on to do incredible works in Cameroon to promote education as well. He's opening his school as well. He's doing the foundation stone while I'm there. I've been invited as well to take part into this, where I'm donating 40 exercise books as well to support this new school. But back to the library, the royal family as well, which is so humbling for me. The founder of himself requested that my poster be brought to him, and he took a picture which he sent through to me here. And there is loads of celebrities, artists like Richard King, well-known celebrities who've come on board for this library. The senior divisional officer for Kumbo, which is a top government official as well. So the government is involved. He's called me personally on the phone and said, I can't wait to see this. Where am I with the library now? I'm excited.
Well, wait there. Well, let's see where you are with the library. Let's speak to Margaret in Shirley. Hello, Margaret.
Hi there.
Are you right?
Yes, thank you.
You're listening to Vicky's story with interest.
Yeah, all I wanted to know was if we could have her telephone number, because as you tidy up your house and you collect an awful lot of books, we could give her a ring and say, we've got all these books.
Well, that's a very good idea. And Vicky, let me just be clear. Are you talking about books just for children, or are they used for adults as well?
No, these are a mixture of books, this will be. Whatever we've got at home, and my daughter's books when they're at university, things like that. Bit of everything, really.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Vicky, how can people get the books to you?
Well, I'll give you my number happily.
Okay.
Before I do, I must make a note here.
Yeah.
All the books are really appreciated because Kumbo has School of Nursing, School of Education, Law, universities, and so on. And they need this library because they will come to borrow and use. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Margaret, okay. Stand by, Margaret. We're going to give the number out now. Then you got your pen handy?
Got it ready.
Go on.
079
86
26
05 05. Okay, I shall keep that in my book.
Thank
and
you,
then
Margaret.
as I tidy up the house, or even my girls, I know one of my daughters is moving, and she'll probably have loads of things because she's a doctor and he's a surgeon, so you know what I mean? There'll be all different kinds of books.
Really useful. I'm going to read that number again just to double check, and Vicky, you check with me now, right? 07986 260 505.
Yes, and you can also visit my website. There's a lot of updates on the book library in Kikai and the program in Cameroon, which is vickyngamsha.com. www.vickyngamsha.com. V for Victor, I for India, C for country, K for kite, Y for Yankee, N for November, G for Germany, A for Alpha, M for mother, S for sugar, H for house, A for apple.com. And that is my website where you can get details of pictures of the shows and buildings and everything.
And follow it. There you go, Margaret. Great idea. Thank you. And Vicky, I'll give that number out again before the end of the programme. So if you didn't catch it that time and you want to donate books, and it might not be today, but it might be in a few weeks' time or even in a few months' time, the need for this, Vicky, isn't going to go away, is it, anytime soon?
No. Because Kumbu or Cameroon is a big country. This is a cry of women like me who've known what suffering is. The library is going to grow. I have to grow it with time. I sent 50 boxes end of May. They're due to arrive on the 28th of August. Of July. But then 29, we launched the library with the books that are there. I must say that Sally, a lovely lady in Birmingham, also donated thousands of books last week, which I'm struggling because at the moment I can't finance that to ship these books. I will do once I come back from Cameroon because I still got to think about my flight and everything around what is happening at the moment. Very exciting though. So books, any book, if I get them, I will adore whoever donate them. I could open libraries. We started from Kikaikelaki. We could go to other neighboring villages like Tartum, and why not the southwest province of Cameroon and the northwest. There is need. I know where I'm talking about. It's really, really humbling.
Well, listen, good luck to you with the launch of the library next month. Roger Miller, His Excellency, great footballer as well, going to be there. And VickyNgamsha.com if you want to follow the story. And if you've got anything you want to donate now, I'll give you Vicky's number again. It's 07986 260 505. Really lovely to see you. I got that right, didn't I?
You did.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I haven't got much right today, but I got that right. Vicky, lovely to see you and good luck with you. It's a brilliant thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. BBC WM, it's 19 minutes to 12.
People think if you've got a grubby accent or a black country accent, they automatically think you're thick.
You still have this great passion for your roots.
I'm going to use that in my speech tonight.
Pete Morgan at breakfast.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 9.
BBC WM 95.6.
BBC WM, 19 minutes to 12. Vicky, you were just going out the door and you've mentioned the book you've written. How can you can't do that. So this is your story, is it, about growing up? And I've got it here. Are you hoping to get this published then?
It's going to be published.
Is it?
Yes, it's going to be published next year, and I'm going out to Cameroon to launch it as well. It's at the moment with the editors and the proofreaders and making it a book, which I'm waiting to get some money to pay them, actually. So the book is going to be out early or later next year. But that is my story in the book.
We look forward to seeing it. Thank you. Let us know when it's out and we'll let people know. All right,
Thank
brilliant.
you so much.
There's Vicky Ngamsha. Thank you so much and good luck with the library. Thank you.